to be making burgers with mashy peas. So this was one of my favourite dinners in my $25 challenge where I ate for $25. Fed myself for $25 for across 5 days, so $5 a day. And really super simple. We're going to be making salt crusted burgers, which are just, you know, ground beef, mince, and then we're searing them on a light layer of salt. So really simple, but it just gives this really wonderful crust. So it's all about the beef. And then just using some frozen peas, which, you know, one of my favourite, inexpensive veg. With some caramelised onions, but, you know, pretty much any of your favourite burger sauces would work. So, you know, if you want some ketchup or, you know, some pesto or hummus, you know, kind of anything like that will work really well. So we'll hop into the kitchen and I'll show you how to make the burgers. I've got a pan on a high heat heating up for our burgers. I've had it on for a couple of minutes and it's starting to smoke and go really hot. So we'll get our burgers ready. So just got about 400 grams here, so a bit less than half a pound of ground organic beef. So just going to kind of break it into roughly into two and then just form it into two patties. And kind of worthwhile, you want to kind of press it together so it stays together, but there's no need to kind of, you know, over compact it or anything. It'll keep the texture nice and light. So just, it's always difficult to get them the same size, but so the most important thing is just that they're the same thickness so that they'll cook in about the same amount of time. You can see the pan's super hot. It's got lots of smoke coming off it, which is great. So we'll just sprinkle a fine dusting of salt, kind of in the shape of two burgers, over the base of the pan, and we'll just slide our burgers in. So, and that's what we want to hear, that lovely searing sound. Well, this pan's a little bit small for the burgers, but that's okay. So then we'll cook them for about 4 minutes on each side. While our burgers are cooking, I'm going to get my my peas on. So just a little bit of oil. I've got the pan on a high heat, and all we want to do really is just get them into the pan and get them hot. So you know, we don't have to cook them for a long time. So we just want a couple of handfuls of peas. Probably a bit on the generous side, but that's okay. And we'll get the lid on and we'll just leave them on the high heat and just give them a shake every now and again. The peas have been on for a couple of minutes. We'll just check in and give them a good steak, and here they're sizzling away, which is great. Oops, lost one. Yep, so they're still, like, the ones on top are quite frozen still, so just another couple of minutes. The burgers have been on for 4 minutes on the first side, and you can see hopefully you can see they've started to cook. Like, you can see the changing colour up the sides, and unfortunately they're a bit close here, so I'll just make sure we separate them. So I'm just going to turn them, so just be aggressive. I'll just get some salt and sprinkle a little bit of salt to form a crust on the second side. And then we want to flip the burger so that the inside goes out, just to rotate, because the outside of the pan is going to have more heat than the middle. I mean, it's not critical to do that, but it's just going to help, like, get a burger cooked more evenly. So again, inside out. Oh, I think I might have screwed that up. But anyway, so another 4 minutes on this side. Okay, so peas probably been on for about 5 minutes all up, and they're looking lovely. Whoops, losing them. So we'll get them off the heat. And secret ingredient, it's going to pop in a big, generous couple of knobs of butter. And that's going to help the pea, just make them a bit richer and creamier when we make our puree. So I'm going for 2 knobs. It's up to you. You can calm it down with the butter if you like, but I quite like my butter. So we'll get the peas, just get the butter melting into the puree. I'm just going to I've got just a stick blender, and just kind of get the saucepan on an angle and kind of pulse it really. Try not to get peas going everywhere, or you could just kind of try and mash them with a fork if you like, but this gives just a bit smoother texture. And with kind of mashy, for me, you know, we don't want a pea puree, we want it to be still pretty coarse. So yeah, but it's, you know, it's up to you how smooth you make it. It's looking pretty good to me. You know, it's still Still pretty chunky, but you know, got a bit of puree action happening. So I'll just give that a bit of salt and pepper, and just a little squeeze of lemon juice just to freshen it up. These have had their 4 minutes on the second side, and when I feel them, they're looking nice and juicy, but you know, they feel quite firm, and so I'm pretty sure they're done. If you're a little bit uncertain, you can always just chop into one and have a look. It's a good way to learn how things feel when they're done, but that's feeling good to me. So we'll get it off the stove and we're ready to serve.